You spend your whole split working towards something with like 4 other people that like legit share the same vision, they share like the same dream, everyone wants to win. So like when it's taken away from you in like the shittest way possible, like it sucks.
Nexus turrets connects as well. The reverse sweep is the dream. The Wolves are hungry in the Knights. The Wolves get the job done. Direwolves bring this back, and they will advance and have a second crack at the Chiefs. And the unexpected.
We had a couple beverages, we ordered some pizza, and we just talked for like a good 4 hours. We just came together as a team and realized like this sucked, but we have one more chance. So let's make the second split like the best we can, because like legit the last thing I'd want to do is feel that same feeling again. So.
So I'm from Western Australia. Unfortunately, with the COVID situation, I wasn't really able to go home. So I kind of stayed in the house during the off season and just kept grinding. I mean, I love living in gaming houses when there's people there, because it's kind of like a second family to me. It's like you do things with these guys all day, mess around with them later. It feels kind of just like a second set of brothers and sisters, which is cool.
I've been living away from home for probably 3 years now. Even right now, like I miss my family, but like it's like a part of the process. It's a part of the job. It's definitely an isolated job when it comes to like family and stuff, you know, and friends. Like you need to make a little bit of a sacrifice in that regard. But
everyone's growing up as people, and like honestly, this next 6 months will be a very good experience for these guys. Just being in a house, having to deal with your own issues and stuff.
It's a house with the boys, you know. If someone messes up, you know, they're gonna get called out for it. Like that's just what happens. But we 100% like motivate each other, and it's like when good stuff happens too, like we celebrate, we cheer, we do things together as a team.
Yeah, we're up against Gravitas and Legacy. I think Gravitas shouldn't be too much of a problem for us.
If we're not trolling and we don't like legit run it down mid, just player for player, like we should be better, we should be more solid. I think the Legacy match, definitely more like draft dependent. It will be hard because they're going to have insane confidence coming off of last split. Right now they are the best team in the league, so it will be, I'll be interested to see where they're at.
All about aggression is what I'm seeing here as we enter into game number 3 with Order taking on Gravitas. No heal, straight aggression. It's essentially them saying you're in a bit of a rough situation and we want to make it even worse. Ayla's going to spot him out. Only is there going for the aggressive invade on that jungle camp. 3 members rock up. The Lantern comes in clutch and Beats gets welcome to the jungle role. Swiper has the ability to dash out of harm's way, and they are taking such a beating underneath their own turret. They're going for the 4-man collapse. Yep, Ray's going to chuck out Ayla.
I think they're pretty much doomed here unless that teleport. Nice hook again.
The hook again.
Unbelievable.
No need to tower dive. Ayla, Rogue, they're all smurfing on Fresh. Where are they on this map right now? They have a sneaking suspicion that somebody's hanging in Try. They place under control, wouldn't go, well, maybe they aren't. But now they show themselves up. Deathmark is available. The Ignite still isn't, however. Ayla is the focal point, but now they turn their attention on towards Ray. He lands the hook again. Denies the disengage ability out. No shadowy clone to make your life a living reality. That's going to be the double kill as Swiper rocks up with a teleport and slams him into the wall. Redemption to top them up as they look for the hook to try and get themselves back into the situation once again. All-Null comes out. They find the kill target. They go straight onto K-Pop, but he goes golden. Denies so much for it right now. Ayla gets taken out and thrown back in again. Only is the connection, and he does get taken down even despite flashing over into the protection of his mid-tier 1. Kwaku now doing whatever he can to deny as much of these dashes on in, and the pure damage output that Rare can display is coming in clutch right now as they find one, they find a second. Puma jumps in, but the Emperor's Divide sends them straight back to where he came from, forcing Gravitas to make a big shot call here as the Baron buff now looks to exert the same amount of pressure at box sides. The hook lands, the box is down, and Kwaku is deep. He gets the baseball swing, but that's not before Heavy takes him out of this situation. Now they can look to commit for more. That's a double kill. The turret falls on down, working their way towards that inhibitor, but Rare is exerting so much pressure. Both AD carries get exhausted, but he comes out clutch. Zed jumps in and immediately has regrets as he commits with that Deathmark. The second inhibitor will fall on down. Swiper cannot be deleted. He is far too formidable at 32 minutes into this game.
and that might be all she
We
wrote.
managed to accrue a decent goal lead, I think, early. And then when we went into our 1-3-1, for a decent amount of the game, we were like trying to move our champions throughout the map and like try to get turrets and all that. But I think we eventually came to a realization that Azir couldn't handle being in the side lane. So we're just gonna ARAM it and try to team fight and win. And when we did that, like we changed our plan, it worked out and we got a big lead and won the game off that. Yeah, it was pretty important. I think if we managed to beat Legacy the last split winners, it would have been pretty big for morale and shows that like we would turn a new leaf in split 2. But having lost, it shows that we still have a lot to work on.
More importantly, but this is it. Our final game of the day. Legacy up against Order. To see if they have what it takes. Allow Ayla as much time to get their health bar back up. In a situation where we can find a hook and not fall on down. The hook goes straight through the middle. They dash back and the stun connects with Graves. Now he's the focal point. The Ren stacks up.
Only is on Struggle Street, the kind of player who is very good at getting a CS lead in the jungle and accelerating that himself, is no longer going to have that possibility as Babip's had a hard read on him early.
It doesn't appear to be the case. Oh, a flash through to Ayla. He doesn't miss the hook that time. Tally flashing across to his system. Gives him a shield. Tally absolutely coming in clutch right now.
Raze
Gets himself a double kill. And Raze unlocks himself with the barrier.
And now Legacy well and truly in the driver's seat in this game. It's 5-1 in kills, but it's 6,000 gold.
You can't push past this part in the lane.
Whoa, the
You
hook
want
hits.
us, you're going to have to try and find us. Everything connects with Raze. He gets topped up, buying so much time for the Grandies to land. Cannon goes on down. Equalizer not appearing to do too much. Collateral damage pumps out the damage as Fate's Call brings back in Isles. And hello, special delivery. Here's a stun from Tarek himself. Order fall on down. A double kill for Babip. He's had the number from step 1 of this game.
It just felt like a foregone conclusion. The game felt a little bit too far gone by the point that this fight had really broken out.
Connects it with sidestepping on the spear. Oh, and it's a
big
beautiful
stun.
flash stun though. Connects on towards 2. Equalizer not going to do anything. Cosmic Radiance buys them so much time. The bot duo Legacy are perfectly healthy. Isles and Raze playing out of their mind, but that's not taking anything away from the rest of their team. Okay, Babip.
And now they'll go back towards the bottom lane inhibitor, and they should just be able to end the game in this push. Very clean from Legacy.
They are still the team to beat. They are your reigning champions. They are champions for a reason right now. There is no slowing down if you are a Legacy player. They win the game 28 minutes in, 15 kills to 3. It was decisive.
I guess for me, it's just upsetting to not be able to do anything big or be the one to be like, okay, like this game, you know, I'm gonna carry the boys. I always sort of try and like recreate or remember moments where like I styled on these players individually, whether that's solo queue or scrims. You know, I can play to that standard. It's one of those things where like I'm not too worried about it because it is week 1, but obviously there are a lot of things that we can improve on and we'll be going ham on the review. It'll be getting a few replays.
It was pretty tense and everyone was pretty emotional. We didn't get to play our game plan and I guess we made a mistake early and they just snowballed on that mistake and yeah, we couldn't do much until we just lost again.
That game was like a pretty hard stomp from Legacy, so we did not play like we expected to. After a loss like that, I think I'm pretty frustrated. We fell behind early and then any fight we took, we just like got stomped, so it did not feel good to play.
Like, I want to win more than ever, and at the same time, it's like, I also don't want to lose because of that feeling. So it's like, I guess an extreme of both. It's made me a lot hungrier, but like also like, I just don't want to go through that again. So I really want to win for my team.
I think mainly for myself, I need to get back into shape. I think I've played pretty poorly this weekend and I was playing well last bit, towards like mid to end of the last bit. So I want to get back to how I was playing then and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Pentanet Chiefs next week should be a bloodbath. I think it's not going to be the cleanest of games from any team, I think. I think it's just going to be a lot of fighting. Whoever clicks buttons better on the day, whoever has a warmer hands at their keyboards currently in Melbourne, should get the dub.